You know what the difference is between a 55-year-old who moves like he's 35 and one who's already falling apart? It's not genetics. It's not luck. It's 5 exercises most guys completely ignore because they look too simple. Navy SEALs don't waste time on complicated programs or fancy equipment. They build bulletproof bodies with movements that actually translate to real life. And here's the kicker. These aren't about getting bigger. They're about staying functional, mobile, and resilient for decades. Let me show you exactly what they do and why it works. Let's start with something that looks stupidly simple, but predicts how long you'll live. Grip strength isn't just about holding things. Studies show it's one of the most reliable markers of longevity. Better than blood pressure, better than cholesterol. When you can't grip, you can't function. Can't open jars, can't carry groceries, can't catch yourself when you fall. The dead hang builds that strength while decompressing your spine and fixing your shoulders. Here's what most guys miss. Hanging limp like a wet towel does nothing. You need an active hang. Pull your shoulder blades down and back slightly, engage your lats, create tension. This fires up the deep shoulder stabilizers, the rotator cuff muscles that keep your joints healthy. And while you're hanging there, gravity is doing what no chiropractor can, decompressing every vertebra in your spine. Years of sitting, driving, and slouching compress those discs. The dead hang reverses it. Here's how you actually do it right. Grab the bar with both hands, palms facing away, hands shoulder width apart. Before you let go of the ground, squeeze the bar hard, really hard. As you hang, don't just dangle. Think about pulling your shoulders away from your ears, chest slightly forward, ribs down, core tight. You should feel your lats engage immediately. If your shoulders hike up to your ears, you're doing it wrong. Reset and try again. Now, research shows that being able to hang for at least 30 seconds is a solid baseline for upper body health and longevity markers. But if you haven't hung from anything since middle school gym class, you're probably looking at 5 to 10 seconds max, maybe less. Don't let that discourage you. Here's how you build up to it. Start with assisted hangs where you keep one foot lightly on a box or bench beneath you. You're not standing on it, just using enough support to take off 20 to 30% of your body weight. Hold that position for 15 to 20 seconds. Rest for 2 minutes, repeat for 3 sets. Do this 3 times a week. After 2 weeks of assisted work, start reducing how much weight you're putting on that box. You'll feel the difference immediately. Your grip, your shoulders, everything working harder. By week 4, try going full body weight, even if it's just for 10 seconds. That's progress. Keep building from there until you can hold a full active hang for 30 seconds straight, 3 sets with 2-minute rest periods. If you still need help at any stage, loop a resistance band over the bar and step into it for support. The band gives you just enough lift to keep good form while your grip and shoulders catch up. The goal isn't to swing there like Tarzan, it's to build the foundation for a spine that doesn't hurt and shoulders that actually work. This one exercise does more for your posture than a year of reminders to sit up straight, and it sets you up for the next movement, which takes that shoulder stability and puts it to work in ways most guys haven't done since they were kids. Listen, if you're realizing your body needs a complete reset, not just your grip or shoulders, but everything, I built the 28-day Vitality Protocol for exactly that. It's designed for guys over 50 who want to move, function, and feel like they did 20 years ago without living in a gym. Day-by-day system, nothing complicated. Links in the first pinned comment or scan the QR code on your screen right now. Grab it and start today. Now let's talk about an exercise that makes grown men realize how disconnected their bodies have become. The bear crawl looks like something toddlers do, and that's exactly the point. Somewhere between childhood and your 50s, you stop moving like an integrated system. Your shoulders do one thing, your hips do another, and your core is just along for the ride. The bear crawl fixes that by forcing your body to work as one unit. Here's what most guys miss. This isn't a cardio exercise. You're not racing across the floor. The bear crawl is about control and teaching your nervous system to fire muscles in the right sequence. When you support your body weight on hands and feet with knees hovering just an inch off the ground, every stabilizer in your body has to wake up. Your shoulders learn to handle load, your spine stays neutral under movement, and your hips and shoulders learn to work together. This is how you prevent that rounded, collapsed posture that makes guys look 70 at 55. Here's the setup. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers wide and grip the floor hard. Lift your knees 1 inch off the ground. Back flat, not rounded or arched. Now move. Right hand forward, left foot forward, then left hand, right foot. Opposite limbs together. Small steps, maybe 6 inches. Keep those knees hovering, hips stable, core tight. Every rep should feel controlled. Start with just holding that bare position for 15 to 20 seconds if you can't move yet. Once you've got the hold down, go for 10 controlled steps forward, rest, repeat for 3 sets. Can't coordinate? Slow way down. Your brain needs to learn the pattern. And when your shoulders and core start working together again, the next exercise becomes not just possible, but powerful. Here's a movement that exposes the #1 reason guys over 50 start shuffling instead of walking with confidence: balance, or more specifically, the complete lack of it. You've been using 2 legs for everything for decades, and your body forgot how to stabilize on one. The single-leg Romanian deadlift fixes that while hammering your posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. But here's the real benefit. It corrects anterior pelvic tilt, that forward hip rotation that makes your gut stick out and kills your lower back. Most guys think this is a hamstring stretch. Wrong. This is a stability drill that happens to strengthen your entire backside. When you balance on one leg and hinge at the hip, your body has to recruit stabilizers in your ankle, knee, hip, and core just to keep you from tipping over. That's fall prevention built into one exercise. And unlike bilateral movements where your strong side compensates for your weak side, this forces both sides to get equally strong. No more limping through life with one hip doing all the work. Here's how to do it right. Stand on your right leg, knee slightly bent, not locked. Keep your left leg straight behind you as a counterbalance. Now hinge forward at the hip, not the waist. Think about pushing your hips back like you're closing a car door with your butt. Your torso comes forward, your left leg goes back, and your arms hang straight down. Go until you feel tension in your right hamstring, usually when your torso is about parallel to the floor. Drive through your right heel to stand back up. Your back stays flat the entire time. If it rounds, you've gone too far. Start with 3 sets of 8 reps per leg, using a wall or chair for light fingertip support if needed. Once you can do 12 reps per side without wobbling, you're good. And that stability carries directly into the next exercise, which takes your shoulders into a range most guys haven't touched in years. Let's talk about why your shoulders hurt when you reach overhead. It's not age. It's because you haven't pressed anything overhead with good mechanics in years, maybe decades. Your shoulder stabilizers shut down, your rotator cuff gets weak, and suddenly grabbing something off a high shelf feels like you're tearing something. The Pike push-up builds overhead, pressing strength without the risk of loading a barbell you can't control. And it does something barbells can't. It forces your serratus anterior to work, the muscle that keeps your shoulder blade stable and prevents impingement. Here's what most guys get wrong. They think this is just a push-up at an angle. It's not. The Pike push-up is about creating a straight line from your hips through your shoulders to your head as you press. When done right, it mimics a handstand push-up, but keeps your feet on the ground for control. Your shoulders have to stabilize in that overhead position under load, which is exactly what they need to stay healthy. No barbell crashing down on you if you fail. No need for a spotter, just you, the floor, and gravity. Here's the setup. Start in a downward dog position, hands on the floor, hips high in the air, legs straight or slightly bent. Your body forms an inverted V. Hands should be shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. Now bend your elbows and lower the top of your head toward the floor, keeping your elbows at about a 45-degree angle, not flared straight out. Go as low as you can control, then press back up. Your hips stay high the entire time. This isn't a push-up where your chest goes forward, your head goes down between your hands. Can't handle the full version yet? Drop to your knees but keep that same Pike position. Hips high, head lowering between your hands. You'll get all the shoulder work with less load. Start with 3 sets of 5 reps on flat ground. Once you can do 10 reps clean, elevate your feet on a box or bench. This increases the load on your shoulders and gets you closer to a true vertical press. Work up to 3 sets of 8 with elevated feet. Your shoulders will feel bulletproof. And that strength sets you up perfectly for the final exercise, which teaches your core to actually protect your spine instead of just looking good. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Your six-pack abs do nothing for your spine. Crunches, sit-ups, all that flexion work, it's useless for real-world core strength. What protects your back when you're lifting something heavy, twisting to grab groceries from the back seat, or just standing for more than 10 minutes? Your deep core stabilizers, the muscles you can't see. The hollow body hold trains those muscles through anti-extension, which is exactly what your spine needs to stay safe under load. Most guys think core training means making their abs burn. Wrong. Real core strength is about resisting movement, not creating it. The hollow body hold forces your entire anterior chain to work together to keep your lower back glued to the floor while your legs and arms are extended. That's the same stabilization pattern your body uses when you're standing, walking, or carrying anything. It's teaching your nervous system to brace properly so your spine doesn't take the hit every time you move. This is why gymnasts have bulletproof backs despite all the flipping and twisting. They master this position first. Here's the exact setup. Lie on your back, arms at your sides, legs straight. Press your lower back flat into the floor. There should be 0 space between your lumbar spine and the ground. Now lift your shoulders and legs just a few inches off the floor. Your lower back stays glued down. That's the hollow position. If your back arches even a millimeter, you've lost it. Start with knees bent, feet hovering, arms by your sides. Hold for 15 seconds, 3 sets. Once that's easy, straighten your legs but keep them higher, maybe at a 45-degree angle. Hold for 20 seconds. When you can do that, lower your legs closer to the ground and extend your arms overhead. This is the full hollow body hold. Work up to 30-second holds, 3 sets. Can't keep your back flat? Bend your knees more or raise your legs higher. The position matters more than the difficulty. This one exercise will do more for your back health than a lifetime of crunches. And it ties everything together. The grip strength, the shoulder stability, the coordination, the posterior chain. This is how you build a body that works. So there you have it. 5 exercises that look simple but rebuild your body from the ground up. Grip strength that predicts longevity, shoulder stability that prevents injury, balance that stops falls, overhead strength that keeps you functional, core control that protects your spine. Navy SEALs don't overcomplicate this stuff because complexity fails under pressure. These movements work because they train your body the way it's designed to move. Integrated, stable, resilient. So here's the real question. Are you actually going to do them or just file this away as interesting and go back to what isn't working? Pick one. Start today. Your 65-year-old self will thank you. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.